God has revealed urgent information about spiritual forces working desperately behind the scenes right now. Something is broken in the spiritual realm that affects your life directly, and divine entities are scrambling to repair the damage before it impacts you permanently. The heavenly realm is in emergency mode, and you're receiving this message at the exact moment you need it most. This isn't coincidence or chance. This is divine timing revealing what's happening in the spiritual world for you. The desperation you're sensing around you isn't human panic, it's spiritual urgency, as powerful forces work overtime to fix what's been disrupted in your destiny. As you hear these words, know that the spiritual realm is in emergency mode, trying to fix a major disruption in your destiny. It's normal to feel confused about recent struggles and unexplained obstacles you've been facing, but now you can understand these challenges differently. What you've been experiencing isn't random bad luck. It's evidence of this spiritual emergency. That's being addressed right now. Divine intervention is already underway while you're listening to this message. The timing is critical because the fix is happening now, and your awareness of it helps the process work faster. Even when recent setbacks have felt overwhelming, trust that this spiritual repair is a blessing, because knowing what's being fixed gives you the strength to cooperate with divine forces working desperately on your behalf. As you think about recent patterns in your life, take time to examine the blocked blessings and closed doors you've experienced. Just like a cosmic repair shop working overtime, the spiritual realm is buzzing with activity to restore what's been disrupted in your path. Hold on to your faith and patience, but let go of frustration and despair that have been weighing you down. Just like heavenly technicians rewiring faulty spiritual connections, divine forces are rebuilding the broken pathways to your blessings. This disruption isn't meant to destroy your future, but to renovate your destiny, making it stronger and more aligned with God's perfect plan for you. Evidence of this repair work is already showing up in your life. You might notice sudden shifts in situations that seemed hopeless, unexpected doors opening where walls once stood, or people entering your life with exactly what you need. These aren't coincidences. They're proof that spiritual technicians are working around the clock to fix what's been broken. The chaos you've been feeling is actually the sound of divine construction happening in your favor. This spiritual disruption is more than just a temporary setback. It's a divine checkpoint that required immediate heavenly attention. It's a time for you to find patience while cosmic repairs take place around and within you. God's emergency response team has been assigned specifically to your situation, working with the same urgency doctors show in a life-saving operation. Face this season with trust, knowing that what feels like chaos is actually precise spiritual surgery. There's a loving emergency plan at work in your life, and sometimes that plan requires major repairs to prevent greater damage. Current struggles might feel overwhelming, but see them as evidence that divine intervention is in progress. Every setback you've experienced recently has been noted by heavenly forces who are now working desperately to reverse the damage. When spiritual repairs feel overwhelming, reach out in prayer for cooperation with divine technicians. God is always here to help you understand the process, give you patience during the work, and prepare you for the finished result. In your prayers, you'll find the peace you need to trust the repair process even when you can't see all the work being done behind the scenes. As we've discussed the spiritual emergency happening on your behalf, I'd like to help you stay informed about divine operations taking place. If these revelations about spiritual realm activity resonate with your spirit and help you understand your recent experiences, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more updates about heavenly intervention and repair work. Pay attention to signs that spiritual technicians are actively working on your situation right now. These aren't just normal life changes, they are divine evidence of emergency repair work happening in your favor. As you move through today, stay alert for sudden improvements in situations that seemed impossible to fix. You might experience unexpected financial relief, healing in relationships that felt beyond repair, or opportunities appearing from nowhere. You might receive help from strangers, find solutions to problems that kept you awake at night, or notice that people who opposed you suddenly change their attitude. Physical signs of spiritual repair work include feeling lighter despite circumstances, sudden bursts of hope after periods of despair, or dreams that give you clear direction. These aren't accidents. They're sacred proof that heavenly forces are working desperately to restore what was disrupted. Trust your gut feelings about timing during this repair season. That inner knowing that something major is shifting in your favor is your connection to divine repair work in progress. When you sense that breakthrough is coming soon, when you feel sudden confidence about your future, or when peace replaces panic without logical reason, that's confirmation that spiritual fixing is nearly complete. Notice these signs, document them, and let them build your faith in the repair process happening behind the scenes. Understanding why spiritual forces are working with such desperate urgency on your behalf reveals how valuable you are to God's plan. The divine timeline for your breakthrough has been accelerated because delay would cause greater disruption to your destiny. Spiritual helpers are working around the clock, taking shifts to ensure continuous progress on clearing your path. This isn't normal spiritual maintenance. This is emergency intervention because something critical in your life needed immediate attention. The desperation you sense isn't panic, but focused determination from heavenly forces who refuse to let damage remain in your destiny. God has assigned multiple teams to different aspects of your repair work because the breakthrough you're being prepared for requires everything to be perfectly aligned. The universe is coordinating relationships, opportunities, resources, and timing with the precision of master craftsmen, rebuilding something precious that was damaged. This urgent repair work is loving protection during a critical phase of your life journey. The spiritual realm recognizes that you're approaching a season where everything needs to work perfectly. So the desperate fixing happening now is preparation for unprecedented blessing. Understanding this urgency as a measure of your importance helps you cooperate with the process rather than resist it. Divine timing, God's perfect schedule, is evident in both the disruption and the repair happening in your life right now. When spiritual emergency work begins at exactly the moment when you're strong enough to handle the process, that's sacred timing orchestrating your restoration. These moments show you're connected to a master plan that accounts for every detail of your healing and breakthrough. You're learning about this spiritual emergency at precisely the right time because your awareness accelerates the repair work. The more you understand what's happening in the spiritual realm, the more you can cooperate with divine technicians instead of unknowingly working against them. As these signs of spiritual repair become clearer, let them build your confidence in the process. Each confirmation shows heavenly forces are making measurable progress on your behalf. Pay attention to how this revelation feels perfectly timed with your recent struggles and questions. This isn't random information. It's part of the loving repair plan designed specifically for your situation. Keep your heart open to ongoing updates about this spiritual work. The more you recognize and appreciate divine repair signs, the faster the emergency work reaches completion, and the sooner you experience the fixed version of your destiny. Just as you receive these divine revelations about spiritual realm emergencies, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others whose destinies are also being repaired. A small super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or even $50 allows these important messages to reach people who are confused about their struggles and need to understand the spiritual repair work happening in their lives just like yours. As you recognize this current disruption as preparation for unprecedented spiritual upgrade, believe that this repair process will result in a version of your life that exceeds your expectations. Just like a construction zone that looks chaotic before revealing beautiful finished work, your spiritual renovation is preparing space for breakthrough that requires everything to be rebuilt stronger. God has arranged the timing of this repair work for maximum impact on your future. Focus on inner preparation while cosmic fixing occurs around you, because spiritual readiness determines how quickly you can receive what's being repaired on your behalf. When you maintain faith during the renovation season and keep your heart open to divine timing, amazing transformations begin inside you. Possibilities you never imagined start becoming reality in your life. Every day you spend trusting this repair process brings you closer to the upgraded version of your destiny that spiritual forces are working desperately to complete. Stay authentic in your faith during spiritual renovation, because your relationship with God is what makes the repair work effective. The divine construction happening in your life requires your cooperation and trust to reach its full potential and deliver the breakthrough being prepared specifically for you. As you prepare to fully cooperate with this divine repair process, make it a habit to say, "I trust the divine repair process in my life." Speak these words with complete confidence each morning and evening. This simple practice creates spiritual harmony that accelerates the fixing work happening on your behalf. When doubt creeps in about timing or when the repair process feels too slow, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and reconnect with the heavenly technicians working in your favor. Trust that God's repair team is working everything out with perfect precision, and begin each day thanking them for their desperate efforts. When you fill your thoughts with gratitude for spiritual repair work, you create the ideal conditions for breakthrough to manifest. Align your prayers with cooperation rather than resistance, knowing that divine help flows faster when you work with the process instead of against it. Your faith during the repair season is what determines how quickly and completely the fixing reaches its intended result. Prayer methods that support rather than hinder the spiritual work include asking for patience, expressing gratitude for progress, and surrendering your timeline to divine wisdom. During this spiritual repair season, you're not just receiving personal restoration, but also becoming someone who can help others recognize their own divine fixing in progress. This experience offers you a chance to share hope with people who are confused about their struggles. Each day gives you opportunities to point others toward the spiritual repair work they might not recognize in their own lives. As you pray for continued progress in your repairs and connect with God's emergency response team, remember to reach out to friends who seem stuck in similar patterns. Your understanding of spiritual repair work can inspire others who might be experiencing their own divine construction season. Use your testimony to help someone else recognize the signs of heavenly intervention in their situation. Embrace each day as a chance to build community with people whose destinies are also being restored right now. Sometimes God coordinates repair work in connected lives, so your breakthrough might be linked to others receiving their own spiritual fixing. In this journey, we grow stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and encouragement, creating a network of people who understand that spiritual construction zones lead to incredible breakthroughs. In closing, as we understand this spiritual emergency and the desperate repair work happening on your behalf, let's move forward with complete confidence that the fixing is nearly complete. Be prepared to welcome the restored version of your destiny. Face any remaining construction with patience and recognize every sign that renovation is successful. Trust in divine repair guarantees and in God's commitment to finishing what was started. You are approaching the completion of emergency spiritual work surrounded by heavenly technicians who refuse to quit until everything is perfectly restored. Keep saying, "I trust the divine repair process in my life," and watch as the fixed version of your destiny emerges. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual repair work happening in your life, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for ongoing updates about divine construction and breakthrough timing. Hit the notification bell so you never miss important revelations about spiritual emergency work meant for you. When you share this message, you help others recognize their own repair process and cooperate with heavenly forces working in their favor. Dear Lord, please bring successful completion to all repair work happening in our lives and give us patience to trust your perfect timing for our breakthrough. Amen. If this message has opened your eyes to spiritual repair work in your life, consider showing appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, $50, or $100. Your support helps us continue sharing these crucial revelations about divine emergency work with others who need this understanding. Let me share how spiritual repairs manifest in real life so you can recognize them in your own experience. When divine fixing begins, you might notice that people who blocked your progress suddenly become helpful or disappear from your path completely. Financial problems that seemed impossible start resolving through unexpected sources. Health issues that doctors couldn't fix begin improving without medical explanation. Relationships that appeared dead suddenly show signs of life and healing. The repair process often looks like coincidences happening too frequently to be accidental. Dreams that give you specific guidance or inner peace that makes no logical sense based on your circumstances. If you're currently experiencing disruption that feels like spiritual construction, I encourage you to hold on because the fixed version of your life will exceed every expectation you have. Please share your own repair testimonies in the comments below. Your breakthrough story might be exactly what someone else needs to recognize that their spiritual emergency work is also nearly complete, and divine forces are working just as desperately to restore their destiny too.